Enough! Caution, my boy. Stay down!
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Yes. Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that block? Kid's skin. I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
The outlaw! Take him!
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
It's you.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Won't ship, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's family.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Here you are. Go with Gilbert.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Anything I can help you with, travellers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalimil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalimil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank...
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalimil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Don't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young Sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalimil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old... Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Further knows.
Hanging lanterns! Keep the darkness from your door!
Excuse me. Are you Further?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dalimil? We believe she may...
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction. Go to the bordello and wait there.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it. Who are you working for? Him or her? He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat... Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an out...
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the...
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will...
Yes. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Have a taste.
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the Twins and beyond.
My carpets have pride of place in...
Is this the place?
Who was Forge? The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How?
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last... Sorry. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we...
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Master Lubor has high expectations of you.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumor.
Damn thief. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups, and us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between... And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market, either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way.
Well, we're a stone's throw from the soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal, and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you.
Needed to a silken softness.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the...
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my... Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to... No, just leave, will you?
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
My carpets have pride of place.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Our town has picked a fight.
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to...
All right. I'm sure, but not he.
What are you doing, huh? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot... And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to... I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such... But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
Let me treat you.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of cookers' trough is when they want a lord to take for us.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
It's all the fault of this blasted war.
The moment they find out you're from
Plates and pots!
Do you think they'll be back soon? I need a new dress.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the...
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them! Kill them both!
You're finished! It's not over yet, Uncle!
Good! I'm just getting warmed up!
Stay down!
Well, That wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so to tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one...
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. Greybeard.
Of all the...
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Clive. How very fitting. Of course, there's simply no other way. Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy. At least they did. So... you and I... What? Alas. Don't be a stranger.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's up.
I wouldn't put it past.
Oh, wait. Sorry. My mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's soon-to-be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, he wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on.
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I could give you a hand if I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been. And that Lubor needs all the
I'd be a fool.
So?
Good question. If I'm honest. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of...
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's. We need information.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark. Now, who to speak to? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Yes, they're quite sought after. Lord Cook has several similar...
Welcome, sir.
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no... Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a hack.
So a knife that stays sharp.
To a silken softness, like it in a cloud.
Everything I've worked for, all those years of toil, every coin I've ever...
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need.
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff...
All right.
Wonderful. It's not... Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulphur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in it. My livelihood, my very life.
The bath. parts are, closed for scrapping.
Sweet incense!
Ah, they've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
Yeah, but what would be the...
What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife?
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as then, allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with raw. Selmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several... I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the... If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will...
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Come on, girl, the gate's open now.
What the hell are those things?
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. We'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
By the flames. That explains the heat. Too slow. Out of the frying pan. Nice try. Shouldn't have. You're finished. Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
This is no good.
So, you learn anything useful?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was too heavy and...
So we're no better off than... Perhaps Lubor didn't mean it, but that can't be right. I've banned... No. We must be missing...
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's Hardian. Trouble is, it's either meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentice is no better than a merchant. A favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
My carpets have
The most fragrant herbs and
Needed to a silken softness.
Lights and pots! There he is. The man who's... I was hoping we'd be... The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we...
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you...
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of... But I... Right. It's high time I got back to work.
Fresh
Light
bread,
meat and
warm
dark.
from the oven.
Fresh material. Yes, they're the
quite
finest fabrics. Fresh.
Well, this is no good.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but...
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone, but adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps...
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been a...
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done.
Limestone? Fine. Besides, I want...
I can't. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the...
Then I suppose I'll meet you...
Right you are. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in?
Ready, go?
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabric.
The most fragrant herbs and
needed to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Hanging lanterns.
We should get going soon.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Sweet incense. Wax candle.
Just look at the details. Plates and pots!
Fresh
Light, meat, and dark.
from the
Fresh from the grill. Yes, they're quite sorted.
Wasn't sure how much you... but I hope this is...
You are one of the good... You and that merchant boat. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret... A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil.
It's a fine-looking blade.
That sounds like my cue.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look. First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the... What do I... It's sharp-ish, but it won't last... And it's heavy. Heavier than it should. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leads...
And I was so certain I had it all.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but... Next question. How much do you think I would charge if...
Well, if it took you even... I would say...
And... the butcher? The hunter? Dalamil is home to humble rule number 1 in any business, Sava.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. I'd say you're worth keeping around. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an
I will. What would you...
I'd do what I always do. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it... For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an...
There goes a master.
It looks like congratulations are...
I couldn't have done it so much for the Forge Master. The spirit of Dalamil had nothing meaning.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters.
And when I do, I'll craft you the fine... Thank you, Clive. I honestly don't think I could have done it without all your help.
I hear you and the Master are working together now.
Glad to have you.
My carpets have bright...
Take a sniff. It's needed to a silken softness.
Silver platters, hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your...
Finally, we'll be able to get what's...
We should get going soon.
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalamil starved.
The axle's gone, Captain. There's nothing I can do.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Fuck! What have they stored? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Let's bring them from Ash. Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. So much for the men of the rock. Dalmekia's finest. Stairs. This must be the way out. be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here? By the flames. Come on, Torgal. Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Let the trial begin.
With me, Torvald.
Let's try.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
orcs do this too. What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him? First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? Art. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle. it better be the last of them.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
Get away from her! Benedicta!
But if you can do it,
then so could I!
Let's give this a try. What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clyde! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep... the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Gah! Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
better give Otto the good news.
Walkways need
Welcome
patching
home,
up.
Sid. We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place. Be smart.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's Fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's...
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want.
Thank you.
Ah, the conquering hero return.
I may have picked...
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests the scent of
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the... Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home? The mother crystal of an allied nation. It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the adamant? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there, then? The Kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing...
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for... well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only...
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Here for another of my lectures? Study it well, Clive. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true.
Good. Starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to you.
Welcome home, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
Is it business or pleasure? It's a relief. Thank you, Clive. Go on, then. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
Blackthorn.
What is it?
I wanted to tell you that Hugo...
To renew.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Back, are ya? To a bloody riddance. Mine included. What's that for you, dear?
Not bad, if I do say so myself. Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. Anything else? What do you need? So, what'll it be? Anything else?
The nobleman who visited. Was that really Sid's uncle?
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the...
No. To share mine, actually.
Look, he's crying.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking.
All right, brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn.
It does.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima, I need to know what he is.
Alas, no. And not for want of trying, not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him.
Alas, it seems you are the... To others, he reveals naught.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or mere... But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have said... His story. Were you aware... But what of the twin... Yes, Jake. Fare you well, Clive.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands.
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she?
No.
Ah, but you ain't told. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway, not least of all Sid. Well, when you do, she's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers. Trying to do it
very well.